You're about to see something the truck industry hoped you'd never notice. A silent collapse hiding behind Truck Month commercials and patriotic slogans. Across the country, massive dealerships once packed with shiny new pickups now look like ghost towns. Trucks that cost $70,000 or more are collecting dust, their chrome fading under the sun. Factory workers are being told to stay home, production lines are freezing, and executives are scrambling to spin the story. They'll say it's market adjustment or seasonal slowdown, but behind closed doors, the truth is much darker. Pickup trucks, once the symbol of American pride, strength, and reliability, are turning into one of the biggest financial traps in modern automotive history. And it's not just one or two models. Entire lineups are collapsing, resale values are plummeting, and dealers are desperate to move inventory at any cost. So, which trucks are destroying wallets the fastest? Why are once trusted brands begging buyers to take them? Stay with me, because we're breaking down the trucks that have turned into complete nightmares. And if you own one of these, what you're about to hear might hurt, but it could also save you thousands. Let's start with a name you thought you could trust. For decades, the truck market thrived on an image: the rugged cowboy, the hard-working dad, the all-American hero behind the wheel of something built tough or like a rock. Commercials showed trucks pulling mountains, splashing through rivers, and driving off into sunsets with proud music playing. But what they never showed was what happens after the cameras stop rolling. The recalls, the blown transmissions, the frustrated owners fighting over repair bills. The truth? Those glossy ads have been hiding a slow-burning disaster. The very systems meant to make trucks smarter and more efficient turned them into ticking time bombs. And no example captures that painful fall from grace better than the Chevrolet Colorado. The comeback story that became a cautionary tale. When the Colorado returned to the US market in the mid-2000s, it was hailed as the perfect truck for everyone. Smaller than a Silverado, cheaper than a full-size, and marketed as the do-everything pickup. Commute on Monday, haul gear on Saturday, and tow your boat on Sunday. It sounded flawless. But beneath that shiny promise was a storm waiting to explode. Owners soon discovered the truth behind the 8-speed automatic transmission, specifically the 8L45 and 8L90 models. Under light acceleration, these transmissions would shudder and shake as if the truck were driving over rumble strips. GM dealerships rushed out fixes, transmission fluid flushes, software updates, and new lubricants. But it didn't matter. Within a few thousand miles, the shaking came back. Worse than before. And when warranties expired, that vibration turned into a $5,000 to $8,000 repair bill. But the pain didn't stop there. Diesel owners faced even worse luck. The 2.8-liter Duramax engine, once marketed as bulletproof, was plagued by emission system failures. The diesel particulate filter and exhaust valves clogged, forcing the truck into limp mode, a safety feature that cuts power so severely that you can barely reach 30 miles per hour. Imagine merging onto a highway at half speed with semis barreling behind you. That's not safety. That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. And when those emission parts failed, the cost? Easily 5 figures. Colorado's reputation collapsed almost overnight. What was once the darling of the mid-size segment became a symbol of broken promises. Today, used Colorados from 2015 to 2019 sit on lots for months, marked down again and again. They look like bargains, until you find out why dealers are desperate to get rid of them. But the Colorado wasn't alone in fooling buyers. Another legendary name came roaring back, only to crash just as hard. When Ford announced the Ranger was returning to America, the hype was electric. Fans who grew up with the old compact Ranger of the 1990s were ready to celebrate. Ford promised a modern, powerful, efficient mid-sized truck with the DNA of the mighty F-150. The reality? A decade of waiting for disappointment. Under the hood sat a 2.3-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. On paper, it looked amazing. Tons of torque, great fuel economy, smooth acceleration. But in practice, owners experienced the same heartbreak as Colorado drivers. Transmission jerks, lurching shifts, hesitation during merging, and hard downshifts made the truck feel possessed. Even worse, the truck's electronics started failing in ways that made daily driving a gamble. Touchscreens froze mid-drive, cameras blacked out, sensors triggered random alarms. For a vehicle marketed as smart, The Ranger felt anything but. And then came the reliability data. By 2021, used Rangers were being returned at alarming rates. Warranty claims piled up for powertrain and software issues. Dealers quietly admitted that most of these trucks needed multiple software flashes and sometimes complete transmission replacements within their first 30,000 miles. Owners who thought they were buying a little F-150 realized they had overpaid for a headache. And that disappointment set the stage for another disaster, one wearing a more expensive badge. When General Motors rolled out the GMC Canyon, it promised something simple. Take everything you love about the Colorado and make it more premium. Professional grade, the commercials said. Leather seats, chrome grille, fancy badging. A truck for people who wanted luxury and muscle. But here's the cruel joke. Beneath all that chrome and leather was the same machinery that made the Colorado infamous. The same fragile 8-speed transmission, the same jittery shifting, the same electrical gremlins. Owners soon discovered their $45,000 Canyon wasn't professional grade. It was professionally misleading. Backup cameras blinked out mid-drive. Infotainment systems froze. Sensors went haywire. Some trucks even lost power steering unexpectedly, forcing recalls and angry complaints. And because buyers paid more for the GMC badge, their financial loss was even greater. Forums filled with furious owners posting repair invoices over $6,000, or worse. Entire transmission rebuilds within 3 years of purchase. Dealers couldn't give them away. Even today, used Canyons from this era sit on lots, discounted by thousands, but buyers still avoid them like the plague. When a brand built on professional grade loses public trust, recovery doesn't come easy. But the story doesn't stop there, because even the king of trucks, the mighty Ford F-150, wasn't immune. For decades, the F-150 was untouchable, the best-selling truck in the world, the one farmers, contractors, and families all counted on. But from 2004 to 2010, Ford's dominance turned into a disaster. The culprit? The infamous 5.4-liter Triton V8, an engine that's now legendary for all the wrong reasons. The first problem: spark plugs that could literally explode out of the cylinder head. Drivers reported loud gunshot-like sounds, followed by immediate engine failure. Ford tried to fix it, but their solution created a new nightmare: spark plugs that fused so tightly they broke during removal, requiring head replacements that cost thousands. Then came the cam phaser catastrophe. These components controlled valve timing and were meant to improve fuel economy. Instead, they failed prematurely, causing loud knocking, poor performance, and eventually total engine failure. Add in ignition coil failures, oil leaks, and timing chain stretch, and you have the perfect storm of unreliability. Repairing these trucks often costs more than they are worth, and once word spread, resale values plummeted. The F-150's reputation took a decade to recover. Even today, early 2000s models flood used car listings at rock-bottom prices. Many listed as is because owners can't afford to fix them. The sad truth? The truck that once built America nearly bankrupted the people who trusted it most. But if you think that's bad, wait until you see what happened when engineers tried to save fuel with clever technology that destroyed engines nationwide. The Silverado was supposed to be GM's reliable workhorse, the everyday truck that did it all. But between 2007 and 2013, something went terribly wrong. In their quest to improve fuel economy, GM introduced a system called Active Fuel Management, AFM. The idea sounded genius. The engine would shut off half its cylinders during light driving to save gas. In reality, it turned into one of the biggest mechanical failures of the modern era. The AFM lifters responsible for controlling the valve operation began collapsing. When that happened, the camshaft lobes wore down. The engine started ticking and performance dropped off a cliff. Owners described it like a metronome of doom, a rhythmic tick that got louder every week until the engine gave out. Repair costs? Anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000, and full engine replacements could exceed $15,000. To make matters worse, AFM engines burned oil like crazy. Some trucks consumed a quart every 1,000 miles. If owners forgot to check levels between oil changes, the engine seized completely. GM issued patches, new valve covers, and software updates, but nothing truly fixed the issue. Once the warranty ended, owners were on their own. Dealers now struggle to sell these Silverados. even at bargain prices. The trucks that once defined dependability are now whispered about in Facebook groups and truck forums as the ones to avoid at all costs. And if you think paying extra for the luxury version would help, think again. The Sierra was marketed as the sophisticated sibling of the Silverado, the truck for professionals who wanted comfort without compromise. But that marketing line aged about as well as the engines inside them, because under the hood, it was the same AFM-equipped disaster, wrapped in chrome and leather. Owners paid thousands more for nicer interiors and premium trims, only to inherit the same ticking lifters, oil-burning habits, and failed camshafts. The result? Financial ruin for many buyers who thought they were playing it safe. Some owners spent over $10,000 trying to keep their trucks running, only to see their resale values nosedive below $10,000. And when they tried to trade them in, dealers offered insultingly low numbers, admitting off-record that these trucks just don't move. The professional-grade dream had turned into a professional-grade nightmare. But if you think gasoline engines were bad, the next truck on this list shows how even diesel, once the holy grail of durability, can betray everyone. When Ram introduced the eco-diesel, it looked like the future. A full-size American pickup with diesel torque and great fuel economy. It sounded too good to be true, and it was. At first, buyers were thrilled. 27 miles per gallon on the highway, 700-mile range, smooth torque delivery. But the deeper truth soon surfaced. The eco-diesel's 3.0-liter V6, built through a European partnership, was plagued with design flaws. Timing chain failures, oil cooler leaks that mixed coolant and oil, and clogged emission systems that sent trucks limping into repair shops became common horror stories. Owners started posting videos of their $50,000 trucks stranded in limp mode, barely able to crawl uphill. Repairs regularly topped $10,000 to $15,000, sometimes more if the entire engine needed replacement. And then came the emissions scandal. Regulators discovered Ram had used deceptive software to cheat emissions tests. Recalls and lawsuits followed, shattering consumer trust. The result? Used eco-diesels tanked in value, with some models losing over half their worth in under 5 years. What began as a revolution ended as a reminder. Innovation means nothing if it breaks the people who believe in it. Walk into a dealership today, and you'll see the fallout everywhere. Rows of unsold trucks, once $70,000 status symbols, are now discounted by tens of thousands. Salespeople whispering about factory cutbacks. Finance managers are juggling buyers who are upside down on loans they can't escape. In some states, manufacturers have quietly paused production on certain trims, waiting for the market to clear. Others are offering 0% financing and massive rebates just to move metal. Behind all the slogans and sales events, the panic is real. Dealers can't keep dropping prices forever, and buyers who overpaid during the pandemic are realizing their trucks are worth less than their loan balance. It's a perfect storm: high prices, collapsing demand, and engines plagued with failures. And yet, commercials still promise toughness. They'll never tell you that toughness ends where the warranty does. So before you buy your next truck, or before you convince yourself that the used deal looks too good to pass up, remember the names in this list: Chevrolet Colorado, Ford Ranger, GMC Canyon, Ford F-150, Chevrolet Silverado, GMC Sierra, Ram 1500 Eco-Diesel. Each one promised greatness. Each one delivered regret. You've just seen the trucks dealers can't give away. If one of them's sitting in your driveway, don't panic, but do your research. Check service records. Watch for ticking noises, shifting issues, oil consumption, or any signs of limp mode. And before you sign for that too-good-to-be-true deal, remember, the truck market is shifting fast, and not every badge means reliability anymore. So share this video to warn your friends. Hit that like button to push this message out to more drivers who need it. And if you haven't yet, subscribe now, because the next breakdown we uncover could save you thousands. Stay smart, stay skeptical, and stay tuned. Because in the world of modern pickups, what looks strong on the outside often hides chaos underneath.